Howdy folks, I've got another gear video for you today. Since the announcement of the Ricoh GR4 Monochrome, I've been really pleased that that I didn't get the GR4, and I'm looking forward to the Monochrome coming out, but I am a little concerned because these reports of problems with this new GR4 release, they keep on coming, and the latest one is the lens on the cameras for some people are kind of not going all the way back in, getting stuck with about 2 millimeters sticking out, and that's kind of worrying. And I'm going to see how it goes. I've been saving and spending and buying and flipping, and one thing you'll notice, let's get this out of the way, the Fuji X1/2 is gone. I sold it. I had it just about 2.5 months. Took it on holiday. It was fantastic in great light. I loved all the gimmicks. It was a lot of fun, but it really let me down in low light conditions in the house, in party situations and things like that. It just couldn't keep up. The autofocus wasn't that good, and I couldn't rely on stopping down to f5.6 and doing zone focusing indoors in the dark like that. So yeah, it's gone, and I did a trade for that one just after I bought the Fuji X1/2. I bought one of these. This is a Sony RX100 Mark III. I bought one of these and I flipped it within a week and more than doubled my money on that one. I got a great bargain. It popped up on my radar. I have these searches going all the time for interesting cameras that pop up, and the RX100 is always on my search list, and if the price is right and if it's the right version, then I might just be tempted to buy one, because I know these things, they sell like hotcakes. From version 3, the RX100 Mark III and up, they do tend to sell really well, because it has the viewfinder and the flash and the tilt screen. So they're great cameras. They sell really easily, and it's not a bad thing to have one lying around until it gets sold. So what else have I done? I sold my old Mac Mini, and I sold my old MacBook Air, and all this has been putting money in the camera piggy bank, that I like to call it. I have an account which I don't get mixed up with regular bank account for bills and stuff like that, and mortgages. I keep it separate, and if I want new camera gear, I have to earn it somehow. I have to sell some of the old gear away to bring new stuff in. It's not that I've got gas. I don't think I've got gas. It's not because I want one of these today and I don't want it tomorrow. I know I can make money on this. This one is the third one I've had. I had one years ago and loved it. And this is the third one. This I got as a part exchange trade-in when I got rid of the Fuji X1/2. The young guy that wanted the X1/2, he gave me this and cash my way. So there's cash in the bank, this in my pocket, and together I figured out that's the way I'm going to get the most amount of money back from the Fuji X1/2, though I will lose a little bit. Moving on, you'll see I have a new lens now on the Sony A7R3. This is a monster camera. It's brilliant. Pro body, dual card slots, fast processor, fast focusing, 42 megapixel sensor, mechanical shutter rated for 500,000 shots, so great. And I used to have the Sony 40mm f2.5 in the G series. It was a great lens, nice and retro, clicky aperture ring, lots of features on it. This has got none of that. This is a Viltrox. It's tighter. It's a 50mm autofocus Viltrox f2.0. And the reason I got this one is read some reviews or see some reviews about this lens, because it's sharper than some of the lenses in the Sony GM series. It is really, really good, edge to edge, and it will give me better background separation, better bokeh, and it will be better for the kind of candid portraits I like to shoot with this camera. This is what I really use this for, catching people in portrait situations, and it's really good for that. So that's that out of the way. That lens, I got rid of the Sony, brought that one in, and I think I made, as well as getting a sharper lens, I made about $340 on that exchange there, so that was great. This one's going to be sold eventually, and this one dropped into my lap from someone who was clearing out a ton of old electronics. This is a rather retro looking Nikon Coolpix, the S9900. This is from 2015. Really cool little camera, 16 megapixel sensor, flippy screen. You could do vlogging with it if it had a decent video. It's got a big zoom, and I do believe the sensor on this thing is smaller than a 1-inch sensor, so smaller than this one. But yeah, really nice camera. I took a chance on that, bought a battery, put an SD card in, and wow, it works, and it's really nice. But it's going. That's also going to be added to the piggy bank, and that's going to be added to the piggy bank. And the camera, the money I got from selling this lens, that's in there as well. Right now I could go out and buy another Ricoh GR4 if I wanted to, but I don't. I want to keep this one. This is my Ricoh GR3. It's done about 12,000 shots on it now. The rear dial is all wonky, you know, it skips a lot of values and things like that, or races ahead. But fortunately, I shoot this with aperture priority and auto ISO, so I don't really use this rear dial. It's got a couple of spots on the sensor now, a couple of dust spots, but you can live with that. Any photo editing software worth its salt will be able to take those spots out of an image if you start shooting around f11 or higher, and that's when you start to notice them. Shooting wide open or f5.6, you won't really notice that. So that is the state of the collection right now. One thing that could put a spanner in the works, I'm expecting it to be more expensive than the regular GR4. Hopefully it's just a little bit. If it's crazy amount of money, that will put me off as well. One thing that could stop me, of course, though, is another camera coming along, and like I said, I have these software agents out looking for cameras coming on sale, and right now, two of my all-time favorites are popping up again. The Leica Q, the original Type 116 Leica Q. There's a few of them out right now, and they're affordable. I could get one if I wanted to. They look a little beat up, so I'm holding off. But recently, another one has popped up as well, and this is the camera I regret selling the most, and that would be the Sony, the RX1. I had the RX1R, the second iteration of that camera, and I can't for the life of me remember why I sold it, but it was a huge mistake, because when I look back over some of the images I've taken with that camera, it was fantastic. That lens and sensor combo, it was just beautiful, and that's what the Leica is kind of a copy of, because the first RX1 came out in 2012 and the Leica didn't show up until about 2015. So Sony were way ahead. They got two versions out of that camera before Leica ever even thought of doing it, and they pretty much copied it. It's a small, premium, extremely well built, compact, full frame camera with a fantastic lens, aperture, an aperture ring on the lens, and a ring that can change it to macro or close-up mode. Not quite macro, but close-up shooting mode. And it's just an awesome camera. So if one of those pops up, and one has right now, I'm trying to hold off contacting the seller. But yeah, it's very, very tempting, and I must admit, I really missed that little camera. So that could set me back a bit, or a lot, depending on how much I have to pay if I decide to go that way. That's it for now. Those are the cameras I've got. These two are going out. That one's staying with me forever. This one's staying with me. And the one up here filming, This is the Sony RX10, and that's a beauty as well. Massive 24-600 equivalent zoom, and it's great for video as well. It does 4K video. It's filming right now. I've got a Rode mic attached to that as well. Anywho, I'll see you later. If I forget my own rules and I buy another camera, I'll let you know and I'll do a review. And peace out. See you later.